Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Gershon Singh, and I want to take this opportunity to give my support and endorsement of the Sarbat Khalsa 2015. Now, the Sarbat Khalsa is an international meeting of Sikhs in Amritsar on the 10th of November 2015, which has been called in response to the critical issues faced by Sikhs. Now, many have asked if I will be attending the Sarbat Khalsa. I really want to, but I won't be able to attend because there's an arrest warrant for me in Amritsar stemming from false charges that were brought against me by the corrupt Punjab police in 2008. So, in my absence, I want to give my full support for those that go to the Sarbat Khalsa. As we all know, the Sikh Kaum is going through a deep crisis with the ongoing acts of flagrant desecration against our City Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The corruption and ineptness of the Jathedars is also inexcusable. Unforgivably, the Jathedars completely pardoned this Ram Rahin, the Baba who impersonated Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And the Jathedars have been completely inept in trying to control these many violations of the Sikh Rehat Maryada that have been happening by other cults. Now, in response, the Sikh Panth will convene a Sarbat Khalsa on November 10th, 2015 in the Punjab. Again, I want to convey my support for the institution of the Sarbat Khalsa and the spirit of the Sarbat Khalsa 2015 that has been called by the Khalsa Panth at Amritsar. I call upon all Sikh organizations and individuals to unite and participate in the Sarbat Khalsa 2015. The Sarbat Khalsa should select an interim Jathedar of Siri Akal Takht Sahib, set up a global working body to create a transparent and accountable process for the selection of the Jathedar of the Siri Akal Takht Sahib and the governance of the Siri Akal Takht Sahib. This is to ensure that the Meri Piri principle is upheld with no state or political interference. Further, the Sarbat Khalsa, to be convened in 2016, should deliberate on and adopt the recommendations of the working body and select a Jathedar of the Siri Akal Takht Sahib, with input from the global Sikh community represented by Sikhs, regardless of age or gender. Now, why should all Sikhs support the Sarbat Khalsa? There is historical precedent. Sarbat Khalsa was a regular event throughout the 18th century. This was a century where the extermination of our people was around every corner. A century where thousands of Sikhs were taken into marketplaces to be beheaded before cheering crowds. A century where citizens were paid in gold by the authorities to bring the head of a Sikh to them. A century where approximately 50% of our entire population was decimated in 1762. The Sarbat Khalsa was held throughout the century, and never did it steer the Sikh Kaum in the wrong direction. It offered the people an opportunity to gather, discuss, and take clear, actionable steps in the short term to deliver a message back to the authorities that they were a free and sovereign people who would determine their own destiny regardless of the cost they would pay. This is their body, life, spirit, or soul, or worldly wealth. For us, what could be a more beautiful Sangat than that of Guru Pyare gather in the roop of a Sarbat Khalsa? Now, these leaders, these Jathedars, as I've said before, are corrupt, and they need to be replaced. I've seen so much corruption over the years from these Jathedars. So again, the Sarbat Khalsa needs to replace them. Now, having said that we need new leaders, I see a most encouraging fact that many young Sikhs, these are mainly Sikhs born after 1984, are adopting Khalsa principles and the Rehat Maryada of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. I've seen this all throughout the social media, and many of these young Sikhs have written me and have engaged in fighting for the Sikh Rehat, and it's very encouraging. For this reason, I see the future of the Khalsa as being very, very bright. Let's support the Sarbat Khalsa. Now I want to read for you a short essay by Balpreet Singh Ji from Toronto. It was very inspirational, and I think that Sikhs will benefit from hearing this. He titles this article, "How and Why Tat Khalsa Will Be Victorious." He says here, the following is based on Satbir Singh's book, Rabab To Nagara, on why the Khalsa was victorious in the past and why it will be in the future. Number one, the Khalsa has full confidence and faith that they are the rightful and true rulers of this land, the Punjab. Siri Guru Gobind Singh Ji has promised us Raj Garega Khalsa. This is his promise to us. When we become Khalsa and take those rahats, we should have confidence that Dashmesh Pitta is with us in all our fights. Guru Gobind Singh Ji once said to his Khalsa, where the Singhs are fighting for Dharam, for righteousness and Sikhi, you will forever see me fighting alongside my Sikhs as well. When Abdali asked Baba Allah Singh why the Sikhs never finish, Baba Allah Singh replied, Siri Guru Gobind Singh Ji has given the Khalsa this blessing that wherever one Sikh falls for the Dharam, two more will come to his place. The Sikhs know their land. Sikhs are the sons of the soil. The Punjab is ours. We know every village, every forest, every swamp, and every hill. We are the rightful heirs of the Punjab. This is the land of Siri Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, and no foreign power has any right to it. Number three, Khalsa has high character and high jivan. This has been the fault that has stopped us in the recent past. We have abandoned our rahat. When we are ready to sacrifice our lives, but not our principles, victory is certain. Khalsa does not harm those who come to its shelter or surrender. Khalsa does not so much as touch another woman, man, or his wealth. The Khalsa rules of battle were so high that if an enemy's dastar fell off during battle, the Sikh would say, take care of your dastar. I'm not here to interfere with your honor. This is a contrast to today where Sikhs miraculously Malaj Khalsa, when fighting other Sikhs, first grab for the dastar and have no shame in even pulling kesh. Number four, Khalsa would give up attachment of all worldly possessions and their homes. They would make their saddles their homes for the cause of the Panth. It was a saying that the Khalsa never put his back down to rest, but even slept while walking around. If they were wounded in battle, they would consider the blow to be a holy blessing. The Khalsa would never retreat, only run back and then run forward again. Qazi Nur Muhammad writes, if they ever run from battle, speaking of the Sikhs, do not consider this to be a retreat. This is their strategy of war. Watch out. Save yourself from this trap of theirs. Once again, watch out. It is this tenacity and selflessness that will come to the Rehet Van Khalsa. It is this attitude that will result in the Khalsa Raj, Gurmat Jivan, Gursikhs, and Rajniti, intelligent politics, will get our Jeet, victory. Now I want to talk a little bit about some practical practices that Sikhs everywhere in the world should adopt, and especially those in the Punjab. There's a need for Sikhs in the Punjab to look to the Guru Khalsa Panth and its traditions for justice. Be armed and learn self-defense. Martial arts, learn Gatka. These are all traditional forms of Sikh self-defense. It would also encourage Sikhs to acquire weapons where legal with appropriate licenses. may also buy and get bulletproof vests, Kevlar vests, again, where legal, and if necessary, get a license. These will protect you and your family from any attacks. You should also store food and water and develop the know-how about survival skills in case there are government blackouts of electricity and food shortages. Should create Sikh missiles, or these militias, which were very prevalent in the Guru Sahib's time. These will act in the interest of the Panth and in the self-defense of the Panth. Also, we should have armed guards for all gurdwaras to stop all forms of beadbi against Siri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So now let's again support the Sarbat Khalsa. This will entitle us, and this will bring the changes that are needed for the Khalsa Panth to be victorious. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.